Hey there, welcome. Thanks for joining me. If this is your first time to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing. And don't forget to click on that bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Today we're going to be making two different DIYs using popsicle sticks. The first one, we're going to need 10 popsicle sticks. These are just the normal size that you can get at Dollar Tree. Of course, you can use the larger ones. Usually you can get those at the larger ones at Walmart. I'm not sure exactly what size they are, but you'll see they're pretty big if you wanted to make this even larger. What you're going to do is just basically what I did was line them up, all 10 of them together, and kind of just mark the center of all the popsicle sticks, and then basically just broke them in half. You can use a box cutter, some good pair of scissors, or just break them in half. Once you've broken all 10 of them in half, what I did was basically just remove any rough edges, and I left one slightly larger than more than half, I guess you could say. I cut it a little bit less than that, or I'm sorry, yeah, broke off a little bit less than that. So what you're going to do is use that one larger popsicle stick, and then you're going to glue on two of the other half popsicle sticks, kind of in an angle on either side. Then you're going to grab two more of the half popsicle sticks and glue those slightly a little bit more of an angle than the first popsicle stick that you glued, the first set that you glued onto the one main popsicle stick. Now what you're going to do is glue a larger, just normal size popsicle stick onto that third popsicle, or the second popsicle, and you're going to slant them, glue them kind of inward to shape like a triangle, just like this. Then what you're going to do is get one of the normal size popsicle sticks again, and you're going to glue it onto the top where you glued the full size popsicle sticks, leaving a little bit at the top of each one, kind of to make the little horns. And then whatever's on the side, if you can see, there's a side of each popsicle stick, of the long one, the vertical one. And the reason why is because you're going to get two normal size popsicle sticks and you're going to glue them onto that edge. And then you're going to get two more and then a third one. So basically you're going to need 3 normal size popsicle sticks for the horns. Is that what? Yeah, I guess they're called horns too. You're going to glue them to the edge of that one top vertical popsicle stick. And then you're just going to go ahead and glue the other 2 basically straight above the other one. Now your third popsicle stick on your horn, what you're going to do is glue it onto the last popsicle stick that you just glued on, but you're going to glue it inwards. And you'll see how I do that in just a minute. This is pretty fast. It doesn't take long at all to make, and you can make a lot of these if you'd like, or you can even make a few of them and then stack them if you want more of that 3D kind of deer head. So just go ahead and glue the third and final popsicle stick on your horn inwards. Now with the remainder half popsicle sticks, here I decided to go ahead and add one more popsicle stick full size in the middle. Basically I glued it on the top where I glued the 2 popsicles straight on top of each other. I just glued it right there at that point. Now remember, this is going to be the back side of your deer, or your deer head. So now using the other smaller popsicle sticks, we're just going to glue smaller little horns onto your larger horns. And what I did was basically just do 2 on the top point. Now if the half popsicle sticks are too long or too big for what you want, the way you want it to look, just get some scissors and cut them smaller if you'd like. Then I'm gluing another one in the middle of the, I guess you could say the middle of the first popsicle stick. Well, you'll see what I'm doing. I couldn't figure that one out. And then just go ahead and continue gluing as many horn pieces as you like onto the actual larger horns. And I just glued basically 2 on either horn. And you saw where I cut the popsicle stick in half. So you can use, smaller pieces if you'd like. I just kind of eyeballed them, and just wherever I thought I needed one, like here for instance, I glued one. I thought it was too long, so I just cut it off. Just glue as many as you like. Basically that's just to taste. And there you have your deer head. Now you can leave it as is or paint it whatever color you like. But first, before we paint it, what I decided to do was get some rope. I couldn't find my normal brown jute twine, so I'm using this green one. And I'm just going to glue a little piece of it, kind of like a hoop, or a hook, I'm sorry, on either side of my horns. And this is the way I'll be hanging it from my wall. Or you can easily just place one in the middle, or not place any kind of hanging, anything to hang it with. You can just lean it onto a wall or inside a bookshelf or what have you. It's kind of big, so I don't know if it would fit in a bookshelf, but of course you can make it smaller. So I'm just going to use this brown apple barrel paint, and I'm just going to go ahead and brush it onto my deer. Like I said, you can paint this any color, white, red, whatever color you like. Let me know in the comments down below what color you'll be painting yours. So once it's completely dry and I painted both sides, I had this little piece of greenery with already a bow and a pine cone on it from some other project. I believe it was a sign, and I just removed it from the sign, so I kept it the way it came. And all I'm going to do is just glue it on to my deer. I'm not sure where just quite yet, but basically wherever you want to glue it on, you can even add just a pine cone, or just a simple bow if you like, or leave it as is, just like that. And another cute idea is if you wanted to make, say, 7 of these, or I believe there's 7 of them, the reindeers, you can make this one as Rudolph, and just go ahead and glue one of these little red bells as the nose. But I chose to go ahead and leave it out and just put that greenery on top of its horn. So for the second DIY with popsicle sticks, you're going to break one of the popsicle sticks in half and glue them side by side together, both pieces. Or you can use a little Jenga stick. I just decided to go ahead and use popsicle sticks because I wanted these 2 DIYs to be basically the bones of popsicle sticks. Now you're going to get 3 popsicle sticks and glue them basically in an angle, 2 in an angle and 1 in the center on one side of your little square. And you're going to grab 3 more of the popsicle sticks and do the same to the opposite side. And I just lined them up to match the popsicle sticks that I had already put on one side. Now you're going to grab 2 more. So in other words, you're going to use a total of 8 popsicle sticks, and you're going to glue the 2 remaining popsicle sticks on either end of the little square you made, just like this. Now what you're going to do is basically make triangles, triangle points to match the V that you made first. Gluing them on the top of both popsicle sticks, and then just closing it in to make a little triangle or an upside down V. And you'll do this to all of your 8 popsicle sticks, in other words, connecting them all together. I've never really used popsicle sticks. I know I went online and saw a lot of snowflakes, and I believe it was mainly snowflakes and also a sled that I saw using popsicle sticks for Christmas decor. But I just wanted to do a little bit different, and this can be once for all complete with this second DIY. It could and can be just a normal snowflake and just paint it any color you choose to, but you'll see what I end up doing with mine. But let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any ideas of what different other projects you can do with popsicle sticks, not just for Christmas, but for any holiday that you thought of or have seen before. I'm just curious to see how many different projects we can do with just popsicle sticks. So once you're done gluing all your points, this is the way it's going to look. To me, it kind of looks like a poinsettia flower. And I was thinking of spray painting it red and then adding maybe some glitter, some red glitter, and making it into a poinsettia. And I might make one like that. I'm not sure, but I wanted to go ahead and complete this project the way I had thought of doing it to begin with. So you see here, I glued just something to hang I'm going to call it my poinsettia DIY, and it's just some jute twine that I glued in the center of my poinsettia. Now I'm showing you here that I thought I was going to add another V, but I decided not to. I decided it looked fine just the way it was. Now I had this green garland package from just extra, so I'm going to use this. But if you don't have this green garland, you can also use the green garland twist ties that they have right now. I believe there's 12 in a pack, so I'm pretty sure you can use just one pack, but just to make sure, go ahead and grab 2 if you want to use those instead. And all I used was my hot glue gun and glued, added some glue to my popsicle stick, and then laid my garland on top of the glue and glued it all around my entire poinsettia. I had seen something similar to what I'm making right now, but in a larger version on one of the websites. I can't remember what store it was, but if you do know, let me know in the comments down below, or I'll try to see if I can find it again. But I did again see something similar to this, but in a larger version. And if you wanted to make it that large of a version, instead of using popsicle sticks, I would say go ahead and get some of those yard rulers. I think that would make a huge one if you would use those. And they're about 99 cents normally at the, your little local warehouse home stores, home improvement stores, or Lowe's or what have you like that. But this one was a nice size. I believe it was about 22 inches from one point to the other point once I was completely done with it. And this would look adorable with maybe a set of 3 or a set of 2 hanging on either side of maybe a wall of a picture or what have you. I'm actually thinking of making a few of these to put outside on every one of my windows. So once you're done gluing all the garland to your poinsettia, and here I just cut the garland in pieces just to make it easier for me to glue it onto the rest of my poinsettia. What I decided to do once I was done was go ahead and grab my scissors and just trim it up a little bit in the center, just so you can get more of the points inside. And what I decided to go ahead and do, instead of leaving it as is, I grabbed some of these little mini ornaments that you can get at Dollar Tree. They're the plastic ones. And I had some gold shiny ones and some gold flat ones. So I'm going to use 2 of the flat and 1 of the shiny, and basically just glue them into the center of my poinsettia. Now, I initially thought I was just going to glue the ornaments, but I thought it was just too plain and it looked kind of odd, just the 3 little ornaments in the center. So what I decided to do was grab some of this wired ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I just made a simple bow, glued my bow into the center of my poinsettia, and then I'm going to glue glue back on my little ornaments. Let me know what you'll add into the center of your poinsettia. If you wanted it to look more like a snowflake, I would recommend you use one of the snowflakes that you can get. Maybe, I think there's 12 in a pack as well, at Dollar Tree. But I decided to go ahead and use some of the ornaments that I had. And here you have it. My poinsettia popsicle stick DIY. Let me know in the comments down below where you'll be placing yours at. Until next time, you guys stay blessed. Bye.